switched it to racist dad jokes.
Well,
oh man,
no,
I mean, we're down this road.
We're not
now.
going to do that.
We're down this road. Let's
don't want to know that.
no, we've got 5 seconds until we go live. That's not how I'm starting this one.
There's sexual innuendo. Racist dad jokes. We're not doing that.
No.
And
feel
we're
like that's
live.
to their own.
Be very careful when you look up racist D&D jokes. That autocorrect doesn't change it.
Oh my god!
You
So why are we
failed
doing
me
D&D
again,
in the South now?
autocorrect.
Thank God
some
for
reason.
editing.
Archie Bunker just immediately popped up, and I don't know why.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dice Hard with a Vengeance.
Good to be
Your
back.
your wonderful weekly D&D game here on
And wholesome.
and wholesome here on
Is it? Is it
Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Wholesome-ish.
Sure.
Go
Your,
with that.
your TV, MA, D&D instead of rated R. You can get away with just a little bit less than most movies.
We're PG-13.
Yeah, I think we're PG-13. You know.
No one took their shirt off, so we're still PG-13.
She has a point.
Rather not.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet is the key word. Come back in season
I
3 for that one.
Taruk.
Chances are slim, but never zero.
Depends if we ever start drinking alcohol while we're streaming.
Ooh, never
Then
again.
the chances go up.
Never again.
I mean,
Merry Christmas.
No.
so you're saying you're not drinking right now?
Yeah, this isn't wine.
No, this is Diet Dew.
This is tea, not wine.
I'm dry.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here. I have to be very honest with you. I have no idea what Tim has in store for us tonight. I'm just kind of going to this one blind. I know what happened 2 weeks ago. We took a bit of a break. And I'll put out a little, I guess, unofficial PSA about that. Ladies and gentlemen, burnout's real. And if you feel burnt out, if physically, mentally, it's okay. We've literally, everyone in this party's been there. So we hope everyone watching is out there, we hope you're good. We hope, life's treating you well. And I hope you're ready for some D&D tonight. So with that, as always, like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload. And we'll start off with the oath. I, Neramos Torin, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Natil.
I, Natil Starag, do solemnly swear to not be the murder hobo. Thank you, Kitty.
Corrales.
I, Corrales Abrazar, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Kit.
I, just Kit, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Taruk. The return of the sign.
Relene.
Ah!
No!
She
She's
will
just
not.
chilling in the
She will not be
ice.
allowed in my home for at least another 2.5 weeks.
Oh, she's
I'm
defrosted.
And then she's
start
allowed.
I'm
tomorrow at work.
terrified.
She's
Oh,
allowed
yeah.
everywhere.
See, me and Tim are on the same page with this.
I
Sorry.
I hard stand by at least till after Thanksgiving dinner. It can still be Thanksgiving Day as long as I've had my turkey and pumpkin pie. Play them tunes.
All I want for Christmas.
Lord Belden, finish this strong.
I promise to do what those guys said. Yeah.
All right.
See, I've got Belden on my side. Maybe one day we'll be like, yeah, nah, no more. It's an understood, unwritten rule. Don't be stupid or else I'll kill you.
Mr. DM,
yes.
take it away.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to Thrandia.
It's called a smiting. It's
But what type of smite? That's what you need to be worried about. But welcome back to Thrandia, guys. And when we last left off, the party was, well, you took a couple trips to the very limited temple district that is in Sandbar, and you had a couple divine interventions, shall we say? One through one of Nat's dreams, and another through Nat's simple reaching out and sacrificing her magical item to get in touch with either Hades or Persephone, what turned out to be Persephone. And you were looking for some type of way into Tartarus, which you found out is, in fact, where the Rakshasa Regus is holding your sister. And there have been several avenues open to you. The one that Persephone gave you was basically you can die. And that is the quickest way to get to Tartarus. And not much in the way of details was given to you for that, but that was where we left off. You guys were walking away from the temple district. And matter of fact, I believe you just finished a conversation with a hooded woman who gave you guys yet another possible path and mentioned a shrine to Athena, which was on another island further to the west. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are walking away from the temple of Hades and Persephone. That's where we're going to pick up.
So I'm still a dog.
You sure are.
I hate to backtrack, but
What you got?
well,
We can.
I kind of forgot I had to do something in there before we started walking away, and then there was the whole mysterious lady thing, and it got a little weird.
Sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, little dog Kit is like a little curly, mangy cocker spaniel looking dog with the floppy ears and the kind of mangy looking. I was looking after the woman. I know I rolled pretty poorly on that perception check, so I don't think I saw which way she went, right?
No. As a matter of fact, I think I made you guys roll a perception check for that, and I think only Nat and one other person, I don't recall who it was, noticed that when you guys turned around, that robed woman that you spoke to, gone.
Yeah, it was us too. That's why I turned to the dog to try to find her, and then it didn't work out because I rolled.
Yeah.
So, anyways, still a dog. I kind of forgot I had to go in the temples, so yeah, I'm gonna kind of like confuse dog noise, and then I'm gonna head back towards the temple just real quick.
All right. Which temple are you heading back to? Are you going to the Hades temple? Okay.
Mhm. I mean, I don't think we really walked away that far, so.
No, you're still just inside the district, and like I said, just to recap, there are looks like I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major temples which belong to Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hermes, and Aphrodite.
Yeah, I was specifically.
The religious spectrum isn't really covered by much, especially when you're considering you're basically within a pirate haven. They're only so religious.
Yeah, I'm gonna look a little dog Kit's gonna look at the party and kind of hold up a paw and then like do this in her nose and kind of like sneeze for a second and then just kind of like do this and then I'm gonna run back towards the temple.
Okay. So you head back towards the temple.
I'm gonna go inside. Kind of looking for the chamber. Or someone, or where the gods are, like where the statues are.
If you don't mind, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Will do.
Just outside the temple. I'm gonna see what you notice or what you see. What you find. 14. 14. The robed woman that spoke to you guys is gone. She has vanished. You're kind of late in the day at this point. You're in the nighttime hours. What you do notice, not within the temple of Hades and Persephone, but in this area, you do see a group of clerics that are kind of congregated, and one of them is.
So sorry, I hate to. I messed up. That's a -3 to investigation, so that's an 11.
An 11?
My stats, not the dog stats. I forgot that.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay.
That
No,
was
you're
11.
fine. You're fine. It happens. New character. Well, in that particular case, yeah, you don't see much.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna sniff around and I'm gonna look for like, I guess I'm gonna look for the main area, like where I don't know, wherever the offerings and the statues are. I'm gonna look for like where I think people would be.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna roll something here.
I'm gonna kind of try to go to where the main statues are.
Yeah, you know. What you see is a group of robed clerics before you even get inside the temple that are already shooing you away because a dog is trying to just traipse into their temple. You see this elderly human man amongst them. Shoo, get out of here, you mongrel! And just kind of kicks at you.
I'm gonna kind of like scare. I'm really small, so I'm kind of like go away, flip my back. Then I'm gonna kind of like sneeze really loud, and, and I'm gonna turn back into a person. Sorry.
Sure.
Sorry, I was the dog. Sorry,
That's not gonna traumatize anybody.
I didn't want to be rude. I was the dog. Hi. Sorry about that. I kind of forgot. Hi. It's okay. I was the dog. Hi. Hi. I forgot. I'm sorry. I was
You see as this younger halfling kind of goes, Father, just go. I'll take care of this one. And what you see before you is a fairly attractive halfling cleric in brightly covered robes who is already kind of, are you okay?
Yeah, kind of. Not really, but that's why I'm here. I was hoping to talk to you maybe about something. And then I forgot I was a dog for a minute, and then I got the sniffles, and now I'm here. Do you have a minute?
Sure. How can I help you?
So I'm looking for information about sicknesses, about specific sicknesses, about mine. And usually I can't ask people very much because they don't really like me very much for some reason. But it seems like here people are kind of okay. So I have a sick, and I need to do something about it. And I was hoping maybe you could tell me a little bit about sick things.
Okay. I'm gonna have. Of course you would. It's a fairly high roll. The halfling girl starts to examine you, and the first thing that she kind of is gravitated to are these plant-like matter growing out of your head. And she goes, so how long has this been going on?
Since I was little, probably, how old am I? Season is it? Is it cold? It's cold. It's kind of cold, right? It's a little cold. Yeah, about a long time, 10 years-ish, maybe 15, maybe longer. Long time. You see, we all kind of get sick. It's a family thing. We all kind of get sick for a long time, and we get really sick, and then something stops working, like a hand or a foot or something, and then it just kind of keeps happening until you're dead.
As the DM looks up the spell list for this character, I'll
show her my foot, just because that's probably the most.
Is this happening in front of the entire party, or are you just off on your own with a bunch of clerics?
Up to you guys. I mean,
she's off to the side. I'll go ahead and make you roll if you want to see if you're trying to eavesdrop.
Just like if we could hear the conversation, not
roll
so much.
Perception for anybody who's trying to.
That's a 16.
16. You overhear a few of the words. You obviously saw the scene of a dog trying to walk up into the temple and then get shooed away by an old man, and now you see this halfling cleric that has started to talk to Kit, and you understand that Kit's asking about some type of illness or something, but you didn't overhear all of it. the one person that is actually not taking his eye off of the cleric is in fact Hector. He is not approached, but he is not taking his eyes off of her. That's just something that you pick up.
Okay.
As this examination is going on, and your DM is looking up the spells for this character he wrote, so this is pretty much your whole life, huh?
Yeah.
Nothing. As long as you remember, you've always been this way. And she's kind of turning your head and trying to. What happens if I touch one of these? And she's.
Oh, I'm gonna like pick one out, like one of the full yellow ones, and like give it to her.
Oh, she kind of. That didn't cause any pain.
No, they grow back. I'm kind of like muss up the hair, and like little dandelion seeds are gonna fly out, and then the little flowers are gonna wiggle around. Kind of like, no, I can pick them all out, and they grow back. And I haven't been able to move my foot since I was, I don't know, ever.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one of the best ones that I have. I don't know if this is gonna do it. We'll see. Because I've kind of, this is a homebrewed disease that I've kind of done for you. Somebody in the party, roll me a D100.
Okay.
Kid bursts into flames.
Oh, we lost Belden.
He's having a little technical difficulties. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah.
thing.
Who's rolling?
Yeah, somebody roll a D100. I don't count who.
93.
Ah, there we go.
93. Okay.
Sorry, I had clothes on.
You see as this arcane energy starts to leave her hands, this pale blue arcane energy, and basically she puts her hands on top of your head, and you feel this wave of healing magic wash over you. Normally, this spell would end any blindness, deafness, or diseases that affect the target. However, this disease is its own kind of monster, and the spell you see as the plant life recedes, and it almost feigns curing. Basically, what's happened is it has suppressed the symptoms for now.
Okay.
You don't feel any different. It's just the plant life and the like the dandelions and plant life that were growing out of your head recede, and you kind of shake your head again, and the seeds and everything kind of fall out. But it's kind of run your hands through your head, and you don't feel anything, probably for the first time in a long time. Just hair. And she.
That's funny. I'm gonna try to move my foot.
It does move some.
It's something.
You see, she's visibly very tired after this. I'm sorry. I think I did the best I could. She kind of looking over you, and another keen eye on a medicine check out of that. She goes, I think all I've done is maybe helped you with your symptoms.
Well, that's more than anyone's been able to do ever, or even tried to do. That's a lot. Thank you.
You're gonna need to find someone who's more skilled than I am.
Yeah.
Or who knows more. You're probably not gonna find them here. That's not me. That's not me bragging. That's just. There's only so many skilled clerics on this island.
Yeah. myself, but I can't really do that. It'd be helpful if I knew what it was. No one in my family's ever been able to figure out. It's been happening for a really long time. It's kind of what I'm doing, where I'm going. Do you know where I should go next?
Don't. I'm sorry. I'm not from here. I'm actually from Brine.
Oh, I was just there. It was scary.
Yeah, it was. If you need any more healing, I can do that again. Maybe in a day, maybe in another day. It can help suppress what you're going through. I can't cure it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't stay here forever. I have to keep moving. I have to keep going and looking for things. But it's good to know that that's something that can help because, it's just my foot for now. But who knows where it's going to go next.
Right.
But I really appreciate everything. What's your favorite color?
Blue?
Okay. I'm going to pull out like a little jar and I'm going to like rifle through. I don't pull out some squishy blue stuff. I'm just gonna go, it's mold! But it's really pretty blue.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
I appreciate it. You're very nice and very helpful. People here are really nice.
What some people are. Don't trust everybody here. It's a city of pirates, dear. If you need any more healing, my name is Kyrie.
Hey, like, take your hands, shake them really hard.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's sitting here with a handful of molds, kind of like waiting for the kid to look away so I can chuck this. Please go away now.
Hey,
Just
this is the death one, right?
That's when Torn's actually gonna call out for Kit. Kit.
Oh.
Over here, please.
One second. And I'm gonna try to go look for the main altar, like where the Hades statue is.
Okay.
If I can.
Sure.
But almost like a parent being like, okay, stop bothering the nice person over here.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go look for I'm gonna run off, be like, 1 second, and I'm gonna like skitter off as fast as I can and try to find the statue.
And Torn's gonna call over the clerk. She didn't like bother you or anything, did she?
No.
Okay.
And she's like fervently wiping her hands on her robes. No, she's fine.
She could be a little much.
In mid-sentence, just stops and stares. Where did you run off to? And Hector is sitting there wide-eyed. Oh, sorry about that. Everybody, this is the woman who made me like this.
Oh.
And she comes up, and you see this blonde-haired halfling girl comes up and hugs Hector by the knees, basically, and
Good deal.
And she kind of fingers down for him, and he leans down, and she pulls his hair, and she goes, "You should have stayed in bed longer. You needed rest." And he's ow. Okay. I'm sorry. I just had stuff I was trying to do.
He's adorable.
You look like you're doing better. Get some rest, or else.
So you made him not all bony?
Boney, he was a burn victim when I found him.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. No, yeah, she's the reason I'm not, looking like a fruit that's been out in the sun too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, while this is all... Oh, go ahead, Torrin. I'm
I
sorry.
was just gonna thank you for your assistance.
No problem. Bringing back handsome elves is worth it. As this conversation's going on, Kit, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find the main Hades shrine.
A little trepidation, but they eventually do let you into the sanctum area, inner sanctum area.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of I don't have a hard limp, but I'm gonna use my cane and kind of walk through and peek around the corner and then look inside and see what it looks like. Is there there's a main altar?
Yeah, basically what you see, it's very much what I described last week. You see, it's at this point in the day, only candlelit, and you see these huge stone statue likenesses of Hades and Persephone sitting on these thrones, with a three-headed dog. Obviously, the iconography of the three-headed dog sitting at their feet. And
into dogs. Clearly, dogs are a thing. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kind of slowly towards the. Are there shrines together? They're kind of next to each other.
Yeah, they're kind of next. Yeah, they're kind of adjacent to each other.
What kind of stuff is left out for them, on the altar? Is it incense and foods and stuff?
Yes, and you do notice a looks like somebody's left a coiled string on the altar for Persephone.
That's nice.
Which is odd.
Okay, so seeing that, I am going to. I don't know how religious stuff works. I don't practice, but I know how it works. So I'm gonna kind of rifle through my stuff, and I'm gonna pull out a box of scented soaps.
Okay.
And look for one that smells the best. And I'm gonna pick out the two that smell the prettiest. I'm gonna put them on mine.
On each one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just want to be polite, so I find my prettiest smelling soaps, and I put them on the shrine.
Okay.
And then I kind of sit down, cross-legged in front of the Hades one, and I'm just gonna kind of look up at it, and I'm gonna say, "Hi. I don't have a lot of things, but I just wanted to say your clerics are really nice, and they helped a lot. And if he's already with you, if my little brother's already there, could you just tell him that I'm sorry I wasn't there with him? I hope he's not to be rude. I know we all kind of end up in the same place. I'm not trying to be rude. But, if he's there, can you just maybe tell him I'm sorry I wasn't there? I'm doing my best, and I'm looking really hard. And I know we all get there sooner or later, but, if it's not rude, I'd like it to be later rather than sooner. I'm going to keep trying, if that's okay with you. But, yeah, if he's there, just maybe look out for him until I get there.
Roll me a religion check.
Soft 20.
It grows very quiet in that shrine, and the only sound is the wind blowing through. You hear the candlelight and the firelight of some of the lit braziers near the shrine. There's no verbal response. But the brazier light starts to burn low. Almost to where the orangish red of the flame kind of dulls to like a purplish blue. It grows very dark within the chamber. There's no verbal response, but as you kind of, almost like a child, you kind of pop one eye open to take a look around, and the soaps that you put down at the altars have disappeared, along with a lot of the other items that have been left there. And there's almost like a feeling of recognition. And right when you feel like there's a moment of, is that it? There's a low whisper that's doesn't appear to be coming from within the chamber. It kind of sounds like it's coming from everywhere, but it's a slow, like a low-pitched whisper. And you hear the sound of a woman's voice that just says, "Your brother knows." And with that, you see the brazier off to the side flares back up to like a orangish red, back to where it was before.
Okay. I'm not gonna be rude, but I gotta go right now. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Your clerics are very nice. Again, that was very nice of you too. Okay, I do have more soaps if you want them. They smell really nice. I don't really use them. I'm kind of a raccoon often when I have to do that. But it's okay. I don't really do with water and the smells. They smell kind of funny, but if you like them, you can have them. Okay, thank you. And I'm kind of like skitter out.
Yeah. Cut back to you guys mid-conversation. So then I woke up and I just kind of walked around the boat for a few days. I felt fine. And she's just kind of staring at him very disapprovingly. Well, as long as you're feeling better now. What happened to you? Why was it the attack on the city? Was it and right at that point is where Kit comes back up to the conversation.
I'm just like kind of doing that like as best I can, that like whoa kind of walk, and I like run into whoever, I don't know, Hector, whoever, just kind of like run into someone's legs. Whoa.
Oh, hey. almost sparing in the conversation. Oh, hey.
Oh,
everything okay?
Oh, thank God for the interruption.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. What were you talking about? Would you ask? I can help. What? Hi.
Nothing. How did the trip go? How was the
Where did you
temple?
run off to?
Nowhere.
Okay.
This place is really silly, but everyone's really nice. Wow. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so rude sometimes. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. What were you asking? You guys
Taruk,
talk.
can you? Taruk just. Thank you,
the party parrot.
The lights around here are funny.
So, what are you guys doing?
I want to see if Kyrie's going to say anything else.
No, actually, she's just kind of she's still kind of like jokingly or playfully scowling at Hector, but you get it's just that the typical, you should have stayed in bed a few more days, that healthcare provider scolding,
Oh, you're sick too. It happens. I'm sure you're okay. I'm gonna kind of reach down and like pat Hector from 2 feet above him as best I can.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, you have no idea how sick I was." Anyway,
Not to be
Wow.
rude, but I think we might need to move on because I'm not gonna lie, the Temple of the Gods of Death makes me a little uncomfortable.
Why? They're really nice.
Hector
Almost
kind of
scary, but nice.
shivers and goes, "Yeah, me too. Let's get out of here."
Okay.
For lack of a better term, I think I've sent them too much business in the past few months.
Ooh, that sounds mean. I feel like. Oh, never mind. It's okay. We can go.
I wonder if Krampus is down there.
There was a dog in there, and they were really mean when I was a dog. That's really weird. It seems like dogs are a thing around here, but they didn't like me when I was a dog. That's weird. That's very weird. That's kind of mean, actually.
A party? Where are we going?
Well,
Where are we going?
That's
we've got a dude to find.
I think Belden needs to take this opportunity to formally apologize to Hector for doing the best he could.
Okay, as you guys are walking away,
Yeah.
No, you did the best you could. I'm not mad. I maybe it was a bad time to do it. I don't know.
It was just crazy. I
kind
had
of-
this old man helping me, and I swear I almost needed to heal him and you at the same time. It's just that rough. It was that rough.
Well, luckily that cleric really knows her business, so you know.
Yeah. It's good to see you walking around and, not with a pot over your head or something anymore. I can see daylight now. Taking that vitamin B.
Yeah, he is very pale, by the way. He is paler than your DM is in real life. Like he's like stark white. Yeah,
like sparkly vampire white.
yeah, he's sparkly vampire white.
Nice.
Long black hair down past his shoulders. Really crystal blue eyes, though, like very light crystal blue eyes.
Well, I'm happy you're not mad at me or anything.
No, I'm thankful you tried, man. I'm not mad. Not at you.
Oh no, real guys. Found it.
So, party for the third time. What you doing?
Well, trying.
We
Right.
have a guy to find, right?
Yeah, we've got a person to find, but where do we want to start looking?
Do we want to start at look at some of the other temples and then work our way to Athena Shrine?
Well, Athena's Shrine is a bit of a voyage.
I know, like she's on a whole other island.
Yeah, we should finish everything we have to do here. Is there other shrines might be good? If they have libraries, I could get in those. Although everyone here is very nice, so maybe we could just ask. Usually I have to go inside myself, but we could ask probably, and they might let us. And if there's books around, there might be stories about people who have gone to the underworld and come back.
She makes an awfully good point.
Absolutely.
I read a lot.
All right. So which one?
Hector also adds, it's a pirate haven. I bet you there's plenty of tales and legends of if somebody has snuck their way into the underworld,
Someone's gonna brag about it.
go to a bar. Somebody.
Bar?
Yeah.
Don't mind if we do.
And you actually feel like there's a moment there where you kind of, There's like a moment of recognition, like something just computed for him.
Oh no, y'all.
He's coming online.
Sorry, y'all like just totally froze. But all right.
No, all I said, Nat, was that really there was a moment there after Hector said that where he just kind of stopped and was kind of like there was a moment of recognition for him of like
something clicked. Gotcha. Okay.
We already went to a bar. In fact, we're staying really close to a bar, so maybe finish the temples a little bit.
Hector kind of side eyes Corrales for a moment. He goes, "Yeah, can we that bar? I want that to be the last stop, if you guys don't mind. I'd like to go back there."
Yeah,
I like
Sure,
it.
that sounds like a plan. We'll look around the other temples, then we'll go to the bar, and then
Okay.
post bar, we'll try to make a
Right in
trek
front of
to
me.
the other islands.
I'm down.
Kind of follow the
Um,
breadcrumbs, if you will.
Okay. Where to first, guys? You are currently in the state quarter, which is where the main residential is. It's where the governor's mansion is, which
Which we're gonna avoid that place.
I don't
it
be this guy, but can I do a history roll to see what I know about Hermes or the other gods that are here, if anything? Specifically Hermes?
that's gonna be religion first on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I said history, didn't I? I meant religion.
Yeah.
Just because I have an idea, but I want to make sure it's something. Wow, that's a 19.
19.
That's 4. Is Hermes a psychopomp in this world? Like, does he make trips between the underworld and the real world, and the living world?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm just going to say, with a little bit of meta knowledge, just for you guys, the party, you guys have made it this far and have only had deity sightings like what? Twice?
Mm-hmm.
You've been spoken to a couple times? So that ought to give you an idea for you guys, the rarity of divine influence.
It's not an everyday occurrence.
I'm not so much, I don't think the god's gonna talk to us or anything. I was just wondering if, like, that's in his purview. Maybe his followers would have stories or be a good.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Board for
I was just saying, just for you guys' sake, I think just as kind of moving forward, as the stakes of the campaign raise, the gods are going to care more about what you do.
Right.
That was just what I was going to give you guys out there, just as general
Fascinating.
knowledge. You know, when you're killing, bugbears in a cave, the gods don't care, buddy. But once you start saving cities and start fighting, primordial beings and such, that's when you get the attention of all types of beings. But more so to your question and what you know off of that roll. Basically what you've been told and what you kind of know about these deities, like I said, it being a pirate haven, they've covered the basics. They have a temple to Zeus and Poseidon, which is just obvious. They want favorable winds and favorable seas for what they're trying to do. Hades is an odd one to have here. That one kind of seems a little out of place, but either they're very smart or there's something to that. Hermes being the messenger god, he's also the god of travelers, the god of medicine. Hermes has a wide domain that covers a lot of things, which it makes sense why there would be one to him.
Right.
And Aphrodite is fairly self-explanatory for where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So with the roll, I don't want to metagame.
Yeah.
Kit's gonna pipe up and just say, if we're gonna do more looking around the temples, I think Hermes might actually be a really good idea. He does a lot of things. He sees a lot of people. I think he's psychopompic sometimes too. So he does a little bit of journeys, a little bit of travels, and I think with the nature of that, maybe some of his followers know some good stories pertaining about things like maybe coming to and from the underworld. And they like to talk, so maybe they'll know something. I think of all the gods here.
I think that would probably be a.
Since we're entertaining this, go ahead, Torn. I'm sorry.
I was just
Go ahead.
gonna say, I think that's a good idea. What you got, Hector?
Hector looks at all of you and is a little uncomfortable with this, and he's just kind of like, I'll go with you anywhere, just don't make me go back to Hades' temple. That's the only one that gives me the creeps.
I feel you on
I'm
that.
not comfortable
Nice.
over there.
He liked my soaps, but we don't have to go back.
Yeah. And he's kind of like, that's all I'm going to say on that. If anybody, roll perception check if you're trying to get a better read on him.
Because
Mm-hmm.
so that would make sense.
17.
That is a 6.
It is a 23.
Perception or insight? Oh, never mind. It's the same modifier.
Yeah.
Do perception, although it is kind of like an insight-based roll, but let's just do perception for now, because this is just
19.
okay. So where are you guys heading first?
I think Hermes to the Temple of Hermes is a
Yes.
good stop.
Oh, medicine. Maybe they can help me too. I'm so silly.
You are, but don't ever change that, kid. I mean, like, call you a kid, you're probably, like, what, my age?
How? What season is it? Is it cold time? Is it fruit time or cold time or colder time, or hot times or swimming times or fish? Is it hot? What season is it?
It is actually you guys are nearing the tail end of winter. You're starting to come into spring.
Oh, I'm 17.
I give a
So,
very
okay,
playful
I don't
jab to
feel so
Krauss.
bad
Just
calling
like
you
you, kid.
kiddo.
Ah, you seem older.
Nat, check your messages.
I'm on it.
It looks like
Got it.
Belden will not be joining back up with us. He's having some extreme technical difficulties.
All right.
So, unfortunately, we might have to move on without him. And if he does pop back in, then he'll just pop back in.
Gotcha. All right. So to the Temple of Hermes is the call, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you make your way over there. It is not far from where you were. Like I said, most of these temples are fairly close together. You know, once again, reiterating, pirates aren't that religious, so pretty much everything is right here. Almost like, you know, here, this is the only place that's going to be religious in the entire city.
Right.
Bam. You know. As you guys approach, there are. It's not very far from where these this cloistered group of clerics were, and from what you're gathering, they're not all from Hades and Persephone's temple. It's just there's a mishmash of different clerics of different deities, and some of them are from this city, and some are refugees from Brine that are just serving here until they figure out what they're going to do. But the attendants to the temple, we'll call it, of Hermes, the doors are open. They're not barring any of you through if that's where you're trying to go.
Hi. We'll say from up on top of Taruk.
You see is one of the clerics. It's the same old man that you scared the crap out of earlier.
What? How?
I told you there's this. It's just one group of clerics over there. They weren't from a temple. Yes.
I have some questions.
Okay.
I thought
He's still staring at you, Kit. Just kind of like you, like
thought
you're
there'd be
about to
more.
turn into a feral animal at any point.
Hi.
Hello.
We had questions. Are you okay? You don't look okay.
Not used to seeing dogs turn into people. It's a new experience for me.
It's just a little dog and a little people. Nothing to be afraid of.
Trust me, the one she's riding on is the one you should be afraid of.
Oh, you shouldn't be afraid. I mean, I don't know.
Can I help you? He's
can
just
help them.
looking at each and every one of you.
We are looking for maybe some information. Crap.
We need to know if anybody came back from the underworld.
Is there any stories of anyone coming back from the underworld? Clearly, it's impossible to come back from the underworld.
How loud did you ask that? You just asking the old man, or did you say it loud enough that the group of clerics near him heard
I
you?
mean, kid's not subtle, so it was probably pretty loud.
Fair. I'm gonna do one for him. Nope. It's cat.
He's mean.
Act.
He kind of has this confused look on his face. No, nothing that I mean, I've some of the old legends of heroes that have, but nothing that I know of for certain. And he kind of looks at the group, kind of like, help, and there's a little bit of conversing amongst the group, and even the halfling cleric that you guys met, Kyrie, even kind of like, no, I don't. I've never heard of anything like that. Well. And one of the clerics with the kind of like the darker clad purplish, dark, like violet purplish robes that just from a good look probably serves the Hades Persephone temple. And this woman speaks up and says, I don't know of anyone specific, but I do know that if anyone were to sneak into the underworld, if they had, that would raise the ire of my lord and my lady. They don't like uninvited guests.
Who does? Unless they're cute dogs.
But it has been done. Heroes in the past have, but if you're asking for a specific tale, I can't tell you. I'm not so much of a historian.
Hmm.
Are there any here?
Do you know where we may be able to maybe find
a historian? And there's a little bit of it's not quite sarcasm, but it's almost like on this island.
maybe someone or even someone that has maybe been gathering like lore and legends, like maybe in specific, just pertaining to the island. Because I mean,
you would have and the cleric of the Hades Persephone temple, that dark-haired woman speaks up again.
Mm-hmm.
History and knowledge isn't really the wheelhouse of any of the deities worshipped here. For some of the answers that you might seek, there is the Temple of Athena. It's on a completely different island further to the west, though. The attendants to her temple certainly would have answers to history. We don't pay too much attention to the tales and fables that the pirates tell, but maybe they could help you out. Historians on this island, it'll be few and far between. There's no archive to speak of here, as you might imagine.
Of course.
Right. I doubt a pirate library would be a big business, for lack of a better term.
There's one in the back. There is one.
It'd be really fun, though.
Yeah. This you see is a kind of like middle-aged looking elf. So middle-aged for an elf, you can guess how old he is, but you do see shocks of gray into his long brown hair. It reaches down even farther than Hector's. His is almost like share length from back in the day, almost down to his butt, with
Nice.
streaks of gray in it. And you do see you also notice as some of us do, the long hair also covers up the receding hairline. He speaks up and says, if there's an archive to be found on this island, and his eyes kind of cast over to the north end of the island that you're on, and you guys follow his eyes directly to the mansion of the governor.
Oof.
That one. No others,
I'm really used to sneaking into places that
Yes.
have
Nope.
books and stuff. I can maybe.
Nope.
Kid, nope. Kid.
Let's just not even entertain that thought, with all due respect, Kit.
All of the clerics kind of look at each other and kind of like there's a...
La, 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 la.
No.
His hands start-
We've
his hands
heard
start twitching
nothing.
a lot. She gets very skittery all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not.
Good idea.
With all due respect, my small friend, we're not even going to entertain that thought.
The old man speaks back up and says, "Now you could ask the governor for assistance. Maybe see what he knows, but
They're a lot nicer here than most places. Maybe he would let us. Well, maybe not Pie Friend, because he doesn't really like him very much. But I didn't do anything wrong.
such things would come at a price, probably."
What do you think his favorite color is?
Tormos.
Hector, velvet.
I come see lots of colors.
And just thinking back to the decor in his home, it's kind of like, yeah.
Torin almost with like just a defeated gasp. Why is there always a price?
There's a disturbing answer from the group that you don't quite, and it sounds, you don't know who said it, but there's a disturbing answer from this huddle of clerics where it says, "Because knowledge isn't free."
No, kind of happens.
That explains why I was broke for so long.
People don't like telling people things. I've been trying for a long time. They usually don't want to tell people things.
The elf with the shocks of gray hair speaks back up and says, "Those appear to be the options in front of you. The governor might know something."
Does he take people, like audiences? Does he let people talk to him when they don't do things wrong and have to go there?
Appointments.
I don't know. I've never done business with the governor unless I absolutely have to, and I make sure that I don't have to.
Who does?
It's understandable. We appreciate your assistance.
Of course.
I had.
Perception checks from the party, please.
Ooh, that's a 12.
9.
9. 15.
7.
20, baby.
Nat 20.
Ooh, there he is.
Way to go, Taruk.
So what do you guys do?
Now I'm concerned.
Right? I have to pee. It's whatever you guys
back
want to do.
away from the group of. What was that? I didn't hear.
Whatever you guys want to do, we could go find a bar. There is a bookstore on the island. I don't think there'd be very much use in going there. But we could
The
go
Rook
to a bar.
want to go see Zeus. We go see Zeus. Then we go to bar. Party, sleep, then go to island to find other source.
What?
Kralos, is it me or is this heat making him dumber?
Why are you talking like that, Taruk?
Well, that actually makes
Check your messages,
really good
Tom.
sense. I
Sorry.
mean,
Go. You guys go ahead. I was just
Oh,
telling
no.
Tim check his messages.
I actually think that would be a really good idea.
I mean, I don't mind us checking out Zeus's temple. It's just he could have put it better.
Because I mean, if anyone's gonna know,
Right.
Hector kind of speaks up. Well, so far, I mean, Nat got some answers at the Hades temple. It's worth a shot.
This is true.
And dealing with Zeus doesn't bother me nearly as much as the Hades temple, so.
Yeah, strange about that. I'm with Hector on this one. I guess we can go. Definitely check out the Zeus temple.
all right,
See if there's any more. See if there's any more breadcrumbs we can follow.
true. And if anybody's gonna know anything, why wouldn't it be the essentially the king of the gods? Anytime there's been anytime anything were to happen, I'm sure that he would get a word, like something would get back to him. Oh,
Okay. I got two different roles here. First, I'd like the party to do a perception check.
okay.
Another one, Tim?
Lots of these fruitless perception checks.
Oh, yeah, there's no reason.
Roll another
Nice.
perception.
17.
Another 15.
16.
17.
Perception.
I got a 16 on that one.
Okay. As to your question, religion check for whoever wants to do it.
I'll do it. I am so sorry. What was the question?
The Taruk expressed interest in going to the temple to Zeus.
It's a nat 20.
12.
18.
Torin, these aren't your deity things.
I rolled a 2 and my modifier's -1. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh. Yeah.
Torin, man.
Torin's still struggling with learning how to
Zeus.
pray.
Yeah,
He still doesn't
buddy.
even have the hand things right, let alone
You're wondering if
understand
you need
Zeus.
beads.
will get it
You
in
know, you're
time.
like,
Yeah.
you're kind of like,
No,
you're still.
What's that little thing that the clerics care? No,
I'm gonna
no
come
one
back to you,
knows?
Corrales. The only number I didn't get was Taruk. What was yours for the religion?
I got a 16. Oh
16,
wait,
okay.
wait, the religion. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that
religion.
was my perception. So hold on, that was
No,
my
you're good.
perception.
Yeah, I know. These are different things are happening right now. So
Okay. All right. So now the religion, that is I believe it's religion. Oh no, that's +2. Sweet. 16.
okay. Corralos. Zeus. Zeus would probably answer to 3 people in your party. You have a really good chance of getting answers from. One of them's not here.
Oof.
One's Nat. The other's Taruk. And from what you know of this particular pantheon, his desire to speak to Nat would be a little bit different from his desire to speak to Taruk. With a Nat 20. Taruk is definitely more his speed personality-wise.
Oh my god. Carlos, do you tell us any of this?
That's what he knows.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll tell you all.
okay.
I have something he might like. Pie friend. Mr. Pie Friend. He's he's kind of silly, isn't he?
Yeah.
If he, from what little I know of this, if he's anything like Taruk, we're doomed.
Well, here. Taruk, I'm gonna. Is Mr. Taruk gonna talk to him or Miss Nat?
Taruk.
Yeah.
You ready, Torin?
Do you want to? Do you have something to give him? The other one really liked my soaps, so you might want to give him something.
You're right, kid. Taruk has plenty to offer, but a god such as Zeus, the god of gods,
What about this?
not just no, that's all right, kid.
No, I'm gonna unfurl a naked elvish woman poster.
You know what? Let me see that.
I'm gonna cover Corrales' eyes.
Here,
Hector has the same thought at the same time, and both of you are
Don't look, Corrales. You're
are
too
just
young.
like
It's like a scroll, and
Yeah.
it's an attractive naked elvish woman.
let me see this, kid.
Corrales.
I'm just gonna Taruk take
You're-
that.
Even though you can't see it, you get the idea, and you're like, yeah, that'd probably do it.
No, you see, Taruk
But do you
has,
believe that this is all crap I rolled completely randomly?
Yes, I know.
Yes.
That's the best part.
here's the thing. Taruk has a couple things in mind. So as we venture towards Zeus, Taruk will think. But before we leave here,
Huh.
I need to say something. And Taruk walks over to the middle-aged elf, and he leans down.
You go over to you look into the group to see the middle-aged elf. He is not there.
He just disappeared.
He's not there.
Who is fucking with us?
What is with this damn disappearing shit?
Okay, so before we leave, that middle-aged one, I saw something like a flash of yellow.
You see the clerics that are gathered near you guys all look at what middle-aged one.
Don't do that. There's a middle-aged.
Funny.
Oh,
Yeah, the old man is kind of looking over you. Yeah, who are you talking about?
I'm gonna poke at Taruk's head. I'm gonna be like, Mister, sometimes the gods anthropomorphize themselves and walk around because they want to ingratiate their own selves to us so that we can do things for them that they might. It happens.
oh,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go see Zeus then.
all right.
I'm gonna specifically smile and wave at the mean old guy. And I'm gonna use my cantrip to give myself dog ears again and make him bob.
As
He just scowls at you the whole way.
As we're walking towards Zeus' temple, I just look. Torin looks at Corrales. What the fuck is going on, Corrales?
We're going to another temple.
He was there, right, Tor?
Yes, I saw him. He was old and he had weird gray hair, and it was long. He looked like if Hector,
Yes.
retired
Corrales.
somewhere on a coast, and he hadn't
I
seen
wish.
anyone in decades.
And you just hear for Hector from the back. I wish.
Corrales, Torin.
He looked like one of those old gentlemen that's like, oh, let me tell you a tale of when I was younger. He looked like that.
I'm telling you, I swear, I saw a hint of yellow flash, like it just a flash of yellow, just like almost humanoid, but yellow. I'm not going crazy. He was there, right?
I think he was. I don't know. I'm starting to lose it myself.
Would that
All
be
right,
the
well,
weirdest
anyway.
thing you guys have dealt with?
Yeah,
my-
Hector has kind of got the bow draped over his shoulders, just his arms kind of dangling like this. He's like, really? Golden eyes is the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
Man makes a point.
I'm a raccoon.
He's right,
We've
Anyway.
seen tigers with backwards paws, skeleton men, turned human. No offense.
So we are heading to the Temple of Zeus,
Yes. Yes,
Temple
we
of Zeus.
are.
are we? All right. As you see, this temple, it's bigger than the rest of the others. It is a very similar layout to the Hades Persephone one. It is the open column design. And very we'll call them friendly attendants that are like, yes, please step into the Emperor of the Gods temple. This is the Temple of Zeus.
Well, he's a fuckboy, guys.
Definitely.
Torrent
shows
is
what
with
they
this.
show me.
It's a temple of Taruk.
As you guys are coming in, the God of Thunder, the Emperor of the Skies, and it's just following
they
you
just
as you keep going.
as we walk in. Oh, Lord Kralos. I'm gonna need an ale after this.
I like
Taruk
that.
is
You
just
gotta get it.
basking in all of the glory.
You guys are well in, and you still hear him yelling from the thunder and lightning.
lightning and
God
thunder.
of gods!
Well, are we hanging back while Taruk goes in there?
I
Oh, I want to see this.
Baby.
I do too, but to be honest, you guys were kind enough to stay out when I went into Persephone and Hades. I think it's only fair that we show Taruk the same amount of respect.
It is kind of like a one-on-one kind of deal.
Give him the
These aren't like, it's not like walking into a church and saying, I'm going to pray with everybody else. It's like,
Right.
no, you're being shown to like an inner,
Right.
like privacy sanctum to try to to try to reach out to this.
Like an oversized confession booth.
Correct.
I'm gonna give
Confession
Taruk
booth the size of a temple.
I'm gonna give
Yes.
Taruk a little peck on the cheek and be like, use the picture, and then like skitter down back onto the ground.
All right.
Luke's gonna take it, but he's gonna hide it in his belt and keep it.
For sure.
Taruk, I have faith
Luke's
in
gonna
you.
turn to Nat first, but before he goes, Natty, do you
Mhm.
want to go first? Because, like Corrado said, it's you, me, and V, I guess, because she's not here.
Oh, Taruk, you're dumber than a box of rocks.
Belton.
Somewhere V is face palming.
Oh, Belgium.
Taruk, just go in.
Yeah,
Just
it
go in,
would be-
please.
Taruk,
I
think
I
we-
can feel your energy radiating through this temple as there's just more of you around. Please just go in.
Hector seems to be nursing a migraine, and he's kind of like, Nat can go in as a backup.
Yes, that one.
Can I do a medicine check on Hector? He looks like he's not doing too well.
Yeah, go ahead.
All I see is just a bunch of haters in here. Well, all right.
Taruk, you can go
It's-
ahead and go first.
It's an environment-induced headache.
All right.
It's weird. Torrent's starting to get the same the same.
Oh, it's contagious.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
No, are you guys sick?
Sick of Taruk. No,
Sure.
we're okay.
You just see as he's massaging his middle of his voice, like, yeah, I'm sick.
Oh,
Taruk,
I have faith in you, Taruk.
as the attendees start to escort you to the back, they basically give you a very similar rundown to what I gave Nat when she went to the Hades Temple. It's you'll be given your privacy and a chance to reach out to this entity, make whatever offerings you want to, etc. Please be respectful. They kind of give you a play by the rules kind of thing, and then you are left to your own devices. And when you walk in, it is once again you're in this open shrine area with a running theme of a statue likeness of a very muscular, curly beard, curly hair. You see iconography around this entity of holding a bolt of lightning, and you also see kind of like clouds that sit at the foot of the throne that this statue is sitting on. And you see this statue likeness of Zeus. And on his left arm, you do see an eagle perched on his left arm.
Pretty handsome guy. Well, all right. First thing Taruk does is he takes off his helmet, drops all his gear, sets it off to the side, nice and neat, and he has his lightning javelin.
Yeah.
Taruk grabs it with his hand, and he walks up to the statue and he holds it up for a second and then places it at Zeus's feet.
Mm-hmm.
He steps back and waits a second and goes, "Hey."
Oh, God.
So, Zeus, I'm Taruk, and it'd be pretty cool if you'd appear and we could have a conversation. Kind of got some things to ask you. Some friends need help. I kind of need some help. So can you do the thing that Nat got to experience for me, please?
Okay. For you, I want you to roll me a religion check with advantage.
Alright, so first one, oh, man. That's advantage. Oh, that's better. 21.
21. All right.
Yikes.
Once again, you're left alone in this shrine. Few moments go by and there's no response, there's no noise, there's no anything. The air is still. And you're kind of thinking back to a few moments ago, you're kind of like, I thought there was a breeze a moment ago. You're just kind of waiting. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, nothing. You're just kind of like, really? And right when you're about ready to say, nah, this ain't worth it, you hear thunder. And you kind of look out, and it was clear skies when you guys came out. And you're looking, and you can see, because like I said, it's open columns, and you can see outside, and you can see thunderclouds roll. And in the distance, nothing. Closer this time. You see as a bolt of lightning streaks from the sky, goes through one of the pillars in the shrine, and strikes the chest of the statue. The light is almost blinding at first.
Somebody turn the lights down, man. Oh.
Sorry about that. And you hear this voice, and you're still half blind, but you hear this voice, and now you see as your sight kind of comes to you, you see the statue, which is now fully animated and just sat back lazily in his throne, is now a living, breathing statue of Zeus. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you there. And his voice kind of echoes, oh, that's too much. Much.
I kind of like it. Like it.
Okay, that's better. I usually do that for dramatic effect.
Faking his own echo.
So,
Fits.
You're Zeus. I mean, you're Zeus, the god of gods. I mean, what a flex.
I don't like to brag, but yes.
I don't like to brag either, but I mean, look at us, right? I mean,
I must say, you're a whole lot larger than the average pirate that comes here. Either that or maybe they're chiseling my statue down. Oh, I will not have it. And you see as his fist hits down on the throne, you hear as a lightning strike and thunder crackles in the background.
No. Zeus. Hold on. You're right about me being larger than the average pirate. Nobody's chiseling you away. Don't worry, you're still almighty.
That's a relief.
Zeus. We all worship you. No. I am not a pirate. I am an adventurer. First of all, I'm rude. My name is Taruk Bloodfist.
Taruk Bloodfist.
Yes.
Do I know you?
No. But
Well, I do now.
yes, you do.
I am Zeus,
Yes, you are.
the king of the gods, the emperor of the sky, the god of thunder and lightning.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh my god, I hate him.
I can't fucking breathe.
Yes. Just
No.
take a look. Yes.
Now, look. Well, what brings you to my temple? How can I help you?
Well, I'm here for a few things, but if you are only able to give me advice on one, then I'm here on behalf of one of my closest friends, Nintio Starrat. Basically, her sister was taken by a demon, a Rakshasa. I'm sure you know what a creature like that is. You are Zeus the Almighty and powerful. But I can refresh your memory if you want, my lord.
Demon kitties.
Yes, demon kitties with fur and backwards claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeloaders. Gosh,
Exactly.
I hate cats.
Exactly. Cats
Ugh.
suck. They flick themselves and spit up hairballs. They're just pathetic trash bags.
Right.
They're less
Right?
Right, exactly. Not like us, But yeah, so he was basically been tormenting her and her sister for a long time, and then he pretended to be somebody he really wasn't, and then we went to go fight him in his lair in like this hell area with a bunch of gold. We came across a dragon and this cool library and some more gold, and then we fought him in his lair, and the statue shot fire. Of course, I bashed the statues because, look at this. You can attain to strength, but then we kind of not beat him, and now Nat's sister is trapped in his lair, and we're here, and we're trying to find her.
Sorry. Taruk, go ahead. Sorry. We gotta get out of character for a minute. Give me a... I'm just gonna call it a straight charisma roll.
Okay. Let's go. That is a 15.
Okay. You see as the statue kind of leans down to get a closer look at you. Kind of eyes you up and down. You see as one of the fingers kind of pokes you in the chest. It almost knocks you over.
Oh, that does hurt. Hey, to really do that to Torin? That sucks. Oh.
Unfortunately, your friend's sister is beyond my sight, believe it or not. That's in my brother's domain. He doesn't like me peeking in on his business. Anyway.
It's ridiculous.
But I can assist you in a manner of speaking. So your trick is that you're trying to get to the underworld.
Yeah, without dying, if it's possible. Because the world needs this handsome face. I just.
Well, if you don't want to die, there's few things that you could try. There's always seeking magical means to simply open a gateway from this plane to the underworld. That's powerful magic, though. I don't know if you have that at your disposal. The other way could simply be to sneak into the underworld. Many heroes of the last few ages have done so. And, well, only someone of true strength and true heroism could possibly pull off a stunt like that.
Well, I mean, you're looking at that guy.
Because what you're talking about is fooling Charon himself. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, you could also find someone who's been to the underworld and come back to tell the tale. As far as I know, there is one on that island who's done so. That's as much as I can give you for the moment. However, and he kind of, you see him look off into space for a minute, almost like he lost his train of thought. I've seen some of your deeds. True feats of heroism and strength. Those are qualities I respect. Ha! And you see as he hits his hand down on the throne, and you hear once again thunder and a flash of lightning in the background.
Man, I love when you do that. It like just tingles me.
Yeah, as long as I stop hitting my mic when I do it. But yes. I'll keep an eye on you. If you continue to demonstrate these qualities and these heroic feats that I've seen up to this point, I might be able to help you more in the future. Right now, you see as the statue reaches down and picks up what looks like a toothpick to him. It is your javelin. It's limited. He actually uses it as a toothpick, kind of picks out. Apparently, there, from what you see, there was a bird's nest that made its home within the statue's grin when it was solid rock. That's been stuck in there for a few weeks. Oh, and he spits on it. You see the javelin light up. I'm going to give this back to you. You might need it. And he sets it back down on the altar. Don't touch it quite yet.
Gotta kind of lean that a little bit, but anyway, Zeus, it's you really are the god of gods.
Yes, I know.
Handsome too. Do you happen to like pie by any chance?
Roll a persuasion check, but with a disadvantage.
That's a 11.
No, I can't say a pie is very interesting to me at the moment, but I appreciate the thoughts. And remember, if you need my help in the future, don't hesitate to ask. I am very busy after all. I'm the Emperor of the Sky. But I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And keep up the good work and keep doing what you're doing. I like it. Fortunately, I need to leave.
No problem. Can I get a fist bump though? Like, come on. Fist bump. Come on.
Some other time. And you just see as almost immediately the statue goes back to the resting place where it was, and you see as the stone face, kind of the eyes close and open back up, and the statue is inert once again. And you see the likeness of Zeus sitting on this throne, and this throne made of clouds and everything that you see as it was when you first walked in.
That fist bump might have killed you, bro. You dodged a bullet.
Oh, I would have paid to see it. Yeah, fist bump.
Taruk's just gonna shimmy and shake a little bit. He's like, man, that guy makes you feel something. And I'm gonna walk up and grab my lightning javelin and
you do that, and the javelin itself is vibrating in your grasp.
that feels good.
You might just, I'm gonna make you roll for it. You might want to have Corrales identify it to see if any of the properties on it have changed.
All right. I'm gonna put it on my back. Is it still shaking while it's on my back?
It's vibrating. Yeah.
Ah, yes. All right. Very shakily, Taruk's gonna try to put his stuff on, and then he's gonna turn to Zeus, and he's gonna give him a big old thank you. He's gonna walk out.
That was magical.
Ah, sweet baby.
That was amazing.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Well, guys. Oh man. First, hold on. Corrales, while I tell you a tale of a mighty tale, can you look at this for me?
Did you like my picture?
Yeah. He liked it. He really liked it.
Roll a
Good
deception
guy.
check. Roll a deception check.
Oh shit!
You're lying to the squishy.
Are you lying to your squishy?
That's a 8.
Aw.
Kit?
No.
No.
Whoa!
That's a 16 plus 4 for insight.
Oh, there you go. I thought you said you didn't get it.
Yeah, I was
like,
like a
dang. Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's a soft 20.
Yeah, no, he's lying.
Okay.
So, Corrales, I need you to take a look at this. Just careful, because it shakes. I mean, it kind of makes you feel good, but be easy, because I know you're still kind of hitting the puberty thing, and don't get too excited.
What's puberty?
We'll tell you when you're
Someday-
older, Kit.
Yeah. Tell you what, little kid. Here, eat some pie. I give the kid some pie. All right.
So
I take out a spoon and I eat it.
Okay, guys, party, friends. First of all, let me say, Zeus is amazing. He is everything I thought he would be. I mean, he's the god of gods. I mean, he's just muscle on muscle with flex on flex, and oh man, we're here. Like, he's so cool. Like me, you know, like just he made me that much cooler. But anyway. So basically, I asked him that about Isla,
Right.
and he can't really see her because Hades and him don't get along. He doesn't meddle in the affairs, but he said there's ways to going there without dying, and we can sneak in there because it's been done before by some mighty heroes. But then he said something about we would have to get past Arian, Kristen, Care. Oh man, it slips my mind. Something with the K. But then he stopped and really didn't say much on that. And then he continued about there's someone on the island that has actually come back from the underworld after dying.
Did he give a name?
No, he wouldn't tell me anything else. And I know, I'm sorry. I really didn't want to push him. I mean, it's
No, Taruk.
I'm sorry, Natty. I really
can't think. Taruk. The way you actually went in there and took care of business, I'm proud of you, and I'm thankful for you.
Well, thank you, Natty. So
I had faith in you.
I'm
I appreciate that.
I'm personally impressed you didn't get vaporized.
Well,
I kind of am too.
Well, you see, Torin, here's the thing. People like me. I'm Taruk.
And that's why you got arrested?
You're Torin.
Well, they got arrested by other mean people. I like
Exactly.
Fair.
They were
Okay.
mean people.
So
They didn't know how to mind their business.
bars-
But anyway,
So
Anyway.
bars and pirates, or the governor is still our option.
well, or we can do the fun thing and try to sneak in. But I just can't remember. Yeah, you
yeah,
can.
I can be lots of things. I've snuck into a lot of places, guys. Like a lot of places. Pretty
So-
much every place I've ever been, I snuck into.
I think what we should do is, I feel after talking with Zeus and getting this information, and normally Taruk would say, let's go bash. But I think this time maybe we should just do some more research. I know, weird, right? Coming from me, but you know, when you just meet the god of gods, it's something just in you says, man, you wanna see that guy again. And he did say he's been watching me and he likes all the awesome stuff I've done, like save Torin a bunch of times.
I think that's called self-preservation.
We'll go with that. We'll go. I like you. I give her another piece of pie.
You should
Wow.
do that more. The self-preservation thing, not the pie. Although I really like the pie.
Yeah, you.
I agree with Kit.
well,
So I think we have more options, and let's go see
Bar
what
research?
those are and research. But I am so down for not dying and sneaking past somebody because, you know, Taruk loves to make people mad. Just look at Torin. He's always mad. So, you know.
Who would know about the governor and when and how and if we can talk to him? Who would know that?
none of the clerics or none of the temple
No, probably not.
workers
that.
knew.
Maybe those mean guys that arrested Pie Guy?
That's
You
worth a
think
shot
they'd
because I
talk
mean
to
they probably
us?
have the most. Oh, I'm sorry, Corrales. Go ahead. I didn't mean
But
to
would
cut you
they
off.
talk to us?
Probably if
Maybe we
Taruk
talk-
isn't starting a fist fight.
They would talk, I'm sure. Are there any around?
We might not like their answer, but they would at least give us a
You
chance.
mean those
They're-
guys that look exactly like everyone else in this city?
Yeah.
But they got the
No, they have pretty
fancy
things.
green robes.
Yeah, those.
Corrales, did you happen to take a look at my javelin, my friend?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
and my
vibrating.
thingy. You're looking at my thingy.
Corrales, from what you're gathering from it, the
I still can't do identify.
oh, you can't?
No, I still have to do the ritual to get my book to do all that.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't know.
We haven't
why
been
don't
back
we
to the
do
inn
that?
yet. Yeah.
It just vibrates.
So wait, do we have to go back to the inn for you to do that, or is that like a whole thing, or do you just have downtime?
I need like at least an hour.
Oh, well then why don't we just go back to the inn, grab some, what is it, lunchtime?
Maybe I
DM,
can.
is it lunchtime?
It is well past that. You're nighttime.
Well, we wanted to go do bar research anyways, so
Sounds
we
like
can-
time to head on back.
he needs an hour to do his thingy, so we might as well talk to the guards, go back to the Froth and Foam, do some asking around. Corrales can do his magic stuff, and we could call it a night.
Sounds like a plan.
I like
Okay.
that. And
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Talk to the barkeep, because I have a feeling he probably knows. He's been here for a long time, so I have a feeling he probably knows something.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for guards along our way, just people who look official in those like pretty
Right.
outfits.
Basically, what you're looking for, the personal muscle for the governor.
Yeah, totally cops, not cops, but cops.
Yeah. Hired muscle, basically. Yep.
Sure.
Cops
as long as the gold is coming.
Yeah.
How much gold?
All of it.
Well, we lost Torin, guys. We need to roll the new character.
Yep.
Asking the
DM
real questions out here.
Yeah, what you got now?
Am I anywhere near Hector at this point? Like as we're walking back to the inn, or?
I mean, he's in the group. He's just in the
Okay.
back. He hasn't been, he's kind of just with you guys, whatever you want to do.
So I'm gonna fall back to like where
Oh, she
yeah.
I'm
brought-
almost like walking in step with him.
Here we go.
Okay, so basically you two are in the back of the group.
Yeah.
He's kind
I-
of side-eyeing you, but he's kind of like, hey, kind of waiting on you to initiate.
Right. I just sigh a little bit. Quite a day, huh?
Yeah, quite a day.
Forgive me for prying, and feel free to tell me if it's none of my business. You've seemed a little spooked. Like ever since we went to Hades Temple. Something, you're on your mind you want to talk about, or kind of ask?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Do this against his charisma.
14.
Kind of looks at you for a minute. No, nothing in particular. Just uneasy about the God of the Dead is all. Feel like that's understandable.
It is understandable. I mean, but
Kind of, spent apparently a few years undead. I don't know how I feel about going to
Go ahead.
Tartarus. That's all.
well, I'm not, whatever path we decide to take. I'm not expecting you. I'm not demanding. I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'm not gonna make anybody who doesn't feel comfortable, especially like what you said after what you've been through for all these years.
There's an uncomfortable pause, and he kind of I owe you for being useless from before, so I'm gonna go with whatever everybody else decides. I'm along for the ride.
I don't think you're useless, but may I roll like an insight, see like what else he could possibly be hiding?
I'll give you one insight roll
Fair enough.
because you failed on the persuasion.
That's fair. One. 24.
Oh, there you go. You froze up for 24.
Oh, yeah.
That beats him. He kind of takes a look around, and you notice he slows his step, so you two fall a little further behind the group. And he hasn't answered you back yet. He's just walking slower.
I know that you and I were not particularly close, but you can't trust me. I mean, if anything, I probably proved that I'm even a little naive.
If I understand everything, like, we should definitely look at all our options, right? Like, that makes sense.
Yes.
I get that. But you said time is of the essence. And you've gone through the trouble to ask for Persephone's permission. And the quickest way to get there is that we die.
That is the quickest way. However, again, anyone that's not wanting to take that path, you know, I'm willing to do it because it is my sister. That's my blood. I care about her enough to do that.
I get that.
And anybody else, I know everyone has, and if no one, you know, I'm never gonna ask or expect or demand. But if it's between choosing death to go alone or essentially incurring the wrath of the god and goddess of death to get my friends and my sister in and out safely, you know, it's another option I have to look into. And yes, time is of the essence, but I gotta do my...
Maybe I'm overanalyzing. But I guess what my concern is that we're going regardless of the route. And I get this funny feeling that it's a one-way trip for me. I don't think he's going to let me out. I think that it's going to be one-way trip. See, here's what I know about Hades. He doesn't like it when you live past your time. So I get this funny feeling that the price for us going there is going to be me. Which I don't mind, except I've got a few things left undone here. And it really sucks that I would leave those things.
Of course. Actor. Oh, go ahead.
It would really hurt leaving a few things unanswered, that's all.
And I understand that. Well,
I don't think you do, but I appreciate you saying that.
Everyone has a thing or two about unfinished business. That's why I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna make you.
He doesn't say anything.
I just kind of reach up and try to clap him on the back or anywhere I can.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know we're not particularly close, but
He stays silent.
we're kind of on this crazy train together.
He nods.
How about we go get that drink?
Yeah. Good idea.
Try to have one.
So you guys make your way back to Rummer's Rest, I assume.
Yep.
Where are we heading? Where are we heading? Are you heading back? Are we going back to the hotel, guys, or are we going out to the bar?
Dude.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
well, no, I'm just saying Krause is the one that really has to go back to the hotel. I mean, we could
Yeah.
go to the bar. I wouldn't say it's too concerning to split the party between the hotel and the bar if it's just Corrales doing nerd stuff in his room for a while we go to the bar. I don't foresee that being a particular problem, but it's up to you guys.
Oh, you.
Don't you see? Look at his face.
I would
Aw.
actually like to go with Corellis
I
back to the inn.
They were pretty close, I remember, right? They're not too.
Yeah, they weren't very far away.
Yeah. No.
I suppose that
Let's
would be.
go have a drink.
Well, yeah. Oh God. Who's the talker right now?
Well, if you get Nat drunk enough.
Guys, I think it's me. If it's just the 5 of us. 4 of us? 5 of us. Yeah, if it's just the 5 of us. Oof.
I'm gonna keep an eye on you, my dear.
Okay. So I want to talk to the guards. You need to do your magic stuff. You want to go with him so he's not alone. That leaves the 3 of us to go to the bar and ask questions. Well, the 4 of us,
Yeah.
if we count Metagast. And yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Well,
Math checks out.
That's where we're looking.
All right, guys.
I want to talk to the guards without Taruk. No offense, Pie Friend, but I think I can handle it myself.
Basically,
Tim?
we're gonna go ahead and split up there for the crew party. The parts. Sorry, words just failed me right then. What I'm trying to say is, part of the party's going to the back to the hotel, the King Sheets. The rest of you are going to be talking to the guards and heading to the Froth and Foam. If everybody's cool, I think that's a good place to take a break for a few minutes, just for.
Yeah.
I think
Sounds
so.
perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What you got, Tim?
No, well, I'm saying I'll go to the Froth and Chrome by myself. That's fine. And
Take
Okay.
that. We'll take. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Cool.
But,
So,
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very brief break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, I'd say
Well,
I'm ready.
And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Curbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance. Half the party's headed to the Froth and Foam, the other party's headed back to the inn.
All right, let's start with the inn. So, whoever went to the inn.
That guy and this guy.
Okay, we got 2. All right, guys.
Sorry.
What do you do?
I'm gonna start getting ready to do the ceremony to get my my Book of Shadows back.
Okay.
So, Torin is going to follow him back to the room. And basically, as they get to the room, Torin's going to close the door behind him.
Okay.
So, Corrales, if you do this little thing, you get your magic book back that was lost in when everything else got lost.
Yes. Yeah, it's somewhere, and I can get it back, and it'll destroy the old one.
Gotcha. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool ability if I could do it with, like, Clawbash or something. Like, oh no, I dropped it. Hey, look, a new one.
Yeah. Kind of the perks.
So, I got a question for you, friend. Since it's literally just the two of us, I didn't want to make things awkward. You lost all your powers in the bog, right? That's why you know, lost your magic book and, you know, were super depressed and I had to give you the whip.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated than just losing powers, but yeah.
So I ask you this as your friend. I saw you fighting in Brine like nothing was different. Where did that come from? And it's just us. I'm not gonna run back to the party and shout, Corrales did this. No, I came back here to ask you straight up. Just like the time much less aggressive than the time I asked you about the Chain Devil. Much less aggressive.
So, the Chain Devil was looking for me on behalf of my old patron.
Okay.
Right? I have a new patron now.
Okay.
That is where I get my powers.
You... Okay. So, I guess the question is this new patron gonna send a Chain Devil after you if, you know, you don't pay your rent like last time?
In the back of your head, Corrales, you hear...
No. She'll be much more personal about it, I feel.
Oh. I see. Okay. Well, then I'm going to ask you another question. Because I don't know if I can ask you what it was. But I'm going to ask you this. Do you trust them enough to not put the party in danger?
I trust her with not only my life, but the entire party's lives. Absolutely.
Okay. Mostly because, no offense to you, friend, but if there's another, I guess it's a female patron now, you know, good for you, quality and whatnot. If she threatens the party, I will leave you wherever it is we're going next.
I think I'm the only person in the party she's ever threatened. So,
well, that's good. You know, I'm just trying to look out for everyone else. And I'm not blaming you when I say this, but it's you've gotten us into a pickle before. I'm just making sure we're not about to go for round 2.
no, I have a better understanding now of the patron situation.
Okay, good. Well then, I'm not gonna lie. All your black book voodoo kind of creeps me out. So I'm gonna let you do your thing. I just wanted to make sure that whoever you sold your soul to the second time wasn't coming after the party like last time.
The second time, no. Yeah, no. Go sit the fucking phone out. I'll see you when you get back.
Can I roll on that one? I don't know if that would be perception or insight.
You can do it as an insight.
All right.
Corrales, don't roll anything because it's technically not a deception. Just see how his insight is.
Yeah, he didn't know anything. Didn't catch a thing.
What'd you roll?
That is your wisdom.
Oh, wisdom's a -1, but I
No
rolled
wonder.
insight's a +1, but I rolled a nat 1. So Torn didn't know anything.
Oh, you don't.
Torn didn't hear. He heard twice.
His adorable little cotton ball.
Who hits like a son of a bitch. Well, Corrales, I'll let you do your magic-y stuff. I'm gonna go back with the party. I guess meet us back when you're done, or if not, I'll just meet you back here when it's time for good night's sleep.
Yeah. We'll see how long it takes for this to happen.
In the back of your head, Corrales, you hear, if he ever touched a hair on your head, I'd wear him.
About that time, Torin has left the room.
Yeah, that's as you're walking out.
Yeah.
You don't hear it. It's in his head.
You're mine now.
Can I try to answer her?
You have a telepathic link to her.
I do. Fantastic. Can I ask her to come to the room in a few hours?
So forward.
To meet Hector.
You hear, which sounds. You speak Infernal, yes?
Yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah.
It was a very, very foul term in Infernal.
No.
There's no answer.
All right. I'll just start the ceremony for the Book of Shadows.
Basically, in Infernal, it's a roundabout way of telling you what you can do. So you have a 1-hour ceremony to replace your book. No real roll or anything as far as this is concerned. I'm going to make it easy on you. This is just it's going to take some time, and this book is going to be a whole lot different than the one that you had, because this is going to be based off of the abilities and the power that Mina has borrowed to you. So over this hour of concentrating and putting your arcane abilities to use, the book that you conjure, basically, this one's a little different. It's a red binding on it. You see kind of like a a red, we'll say demonic-like clawed hand on the cover. And as you open the book to see all of your spells and everything that you had are now basically what you had has been returned to you.
Fantastic. That's much better.
And what you hear at the end of the entire process is just a kind of like a little comment. This one also in Infernal, but not nearly as not nearly the same vein. And basically what she tells you is that this will do for now. Always keep in mind that this is temporary. Remember that I am weakened because I've done this for you. As much as some men and women have worshipped me over the years, it didn't exactly affect my abilities. Remember when I told you, you're on your own. I can't shield you.
I understand. As soon
I
as
hope you do.
Get my cloak back.
He knows where you are.
Which he?
The first one, darling.
Okay.
Be careful.
I will.
There's a awkward pause. I might see you later. And that's it.
I won't even answer. I'm just gonna start identifying the javelin and the crystal for Kit.
Whew.
Well, we'll start with the crystal. Very basic, but she found it in a trash can, so it's a basic common magic item. That crystal, from what you gather, within 100 feet, will glow a bright green light if trolls are near.
That's dope.
Interesting.
The javelin, there's one aspect of the javelin's abilities has changed. It's the same damage, the same dex save on it. All of those numbers are the same. The only thing that you which you're picking up on, is that if you repeat the command word after it's thrown, it will return to your hand.
Oh, snap.
Ooh, nice.
Might
So
not give it back.
basically, after you throw it at an enemy or a group of enemy line of them, whatever you do, after you use it, I'm gonna say, as a bonus action, you can repeat the command word and it will return to your hand.
Cool.
Thor's hammer.
Just,
Zeus's javelin.
just table question.
Cynthia.
Say I were to give it back to a certain Goliath, could I then say the command word and it come back to me?
I don't think, unless and now that's between you and Tim, unless he's told you the command word. Or if you know it from...
We've heard him say it before.
Yeah, technically,
He can remember
everybody
what it is.
So if you know the... All right, how about this? To answer your question, if you know the command word, You could say it, and if one person threw it, and on another turn somebody said the command word as a bonus action, it could go to them.
That's so dope.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh,
that's
man.
That's a
actually
dangerous-
So useful.
That's a dangerous pinball. Oh,
As-
Yo,
I love
The
it.
usefulness is
endless
beautiful.
possibilities now for every
Oh, I
Wait
love
to
it.
Use this.
And most people, regardless of your build, most people can handle a javelin. So
I just
anyway,
mess with Saruk, but that's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's so cool.
um,
Some Avenger shit right there.
Right?
don't worry, we're not quite done with those, but we'll get there. Guys at the hotel, is that everything that you wanted to do?
Yep. Torrin's headed towards the bar, and he'll show up whenever you say he does.
Fair enough. Members of the party that went to the bar, we're going back to you. What are you guys doing?
At
Well-
some point, I want to pick out one of the so-called guards. Whether
Yeah,
that's once we get to the bar and then I go back out, or
No,
whatever works.
Kid, you said you want to go by yourself, so you go, and then
I just want to go without you, since they might remember you.
oh, I'm gonna go to the frosty or get the
Frosty foam.
Frosty.
yes.
Froth and foam.
I mean, if anything, when we get to the froth and foam, I can just find the nearest guards around the froth and foam, and then they'll be inside, and I'll be right outside.
Yes, I'm gonna go there by myself. Unless you and Nat want to go, or Nat wants to come with me. You do.
You know that
and
Hector
Nat.
wants to go, so we'll all end up there
Yeah.
eventually.
All right, so you take Hector, and me and Nat will go to the phone.
Okay,
All right.
is that okay with you, Hector?
Hector just nods. Yeah, that's fine. I'm with you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of hobble next to Hector.
All right. Well,
He
just
kind
be
of like
careful.
You want shoulder? I'm a little shorter than him, but
Hey, you don't have to. It's up to you. You don't have to.
all right.
You're so nice.
There you go.
And the first time you kind of notice, he's nowhere near Taruk's strength, but Hector's a strong dude.
He's a strong boy. Okay, cool. So yeah, me and Hector, and then those two go to the bar, and then me and Hector will look for guards.
Okay.
Just
what did you
be
say?
careful,
What
you
did you
guys.
say they looked like?
Well, they're wearing a thing. They're wearing shiny things.
All right, both. I'm gonna roll for him. You roll investigation.
Okay.
Oh, come on, dude. Really?
Why is he so adorable?
It's a 2.
15.
15. That's better. They're not exactly posted around the city. It's not like they're, like towns guards. We're posted here with nothing to do. You kind of have to. They kind of blend in with the crowd, and they're kind of milling about their own business, and it takes you a while. It takes you about an hour to kind of.
I'll talk
Keep-
to him while we're looking. If
Yeah.
we're,
Go ahead.
like, yeah, while we're looking, just kind of, can I ask you something kind of weird?
Yeah, sure. My life's kind of weird.
Why is dying so scary? You didn't seem to like the idea, but I don't know.
Well, I've got unfinished business, I guess. I don't want to leave it undone. I have some questions too. I'd like to get a few answers before I check out of here.
Yeah, I understand that. I guess if I don't find my answers, everybody dies anyway, so it's fine for me. I guess, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't worry me very much. I don't want it to happen, but I don't know. It's weird when people are scared of it to me, because, like, if you're not dying, you're not alive. It's kind of the whole point of being alive. It's just funny when people are scared of it is all.
Well, then you've got a better look at it than most of us do.
I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm just dying a little faster. So, you know, you kind of have to deal with it. I guess, one way or the other.
Or absent-mindedly, he goes, well, I've been dying a little slower than most, so maybe I've had more time to think about it.
Is that because you're an elf? Or at least part of one?
Yeah.
Like the girl in my
Yeah, because I'm an elf. I live longer, you know.
Oh, can I insight that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, crap. That's like a 10.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Well, I hope you finished your business. I want to finish mine, so I hope you finished yours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. If I'm a half elf, so I don't live as long as like elves, but I'll grow old with Corrallos.
He's the purple one, right?
Yeah. You know, I swear, for like the longest time I thought he was blue, but apparently he's purple.
Boys like purple. You just add red.
Yeah, good point. You know what I'm having trouble finding is green.
Oh, yeah. Hello? I might start a fight with someone.
Oh my god. I think I love her.
Oh, great.
Just a little one, though, not a big one, but it might happen. Let's see if that works.
That's persuasion. Make it a persuasion roll.
My persuasion's not terrible. 17.
Of course it was. So somehow, while getting a shoulder ride from Hector throughout the crowd, and you're kind of, and really, you're noticing still refugees here, still some of the normal locals, and it's kind of tough to find anybody in the midst of all of this. But somehow, the two of you bump your way into a one of the governor's hired security. You see the velvet green, like Captain Hook type waistcoat, and with the gold embroidery on it, and very cutlass, sash around the head. It's very. You found your man, and you two kind of, not really an answer to your call for a fight, but you just kind of run into him in the middle, and they excuse me, and Hector kind of stops him for a minute, like question, and he kind of prompts you.
Hi.
Hello?
So, if I wanted to talk to the governor and not get arrested, how would I do that?
Well, you'd have to have business with the governor, and you'd have to, there's a couple ways to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
One of, he kind of,
I'm gonna try to look really cute.
sure, and he kind of, one of us can help you with that if what you have is indeed legitimate business with the governor. What are you trying to speak with him about?
Well, I like books and reading things. And since he has such nice things, I was wondering if maybe he would be willing to tell me stories and show me his books.
He gets ready to speak, and Hector cuts him off and goes, yeah, we're really interested in folklore, legends of this area, fables, tales. Certainly there's got to be some local...
And since he's so important, I'm sure he has really good stories that he doesn't get to tell very many people who appreciate them because he's so important.
Right. And, you know, something that might satiate the curiosity.
Or spread his stories farther. I go lots of places, and I tell lots of people things. I'm kind of talkative, I don't know if you can tell, but I like to tell people things, and I could tell people his things if he wanted me to, but he'd have to tell me those things for me to tell people those things.
Because Hector's helping you, go ahead. I'm going to say that this is going to be persuasion. Go ahead and do it at advantage.
Isn't that nice? That is gonna be a 16.
He kind of looks at the two of you. If you want stories, there's plenty of old sailors' tales to be found. I don't think that's anything to bother the governor with.
Well, we're looking for a really special story. And
He just raises an eyebrow.
it might be one only he knows.
Care to elaborate?
It's something about going to the underworld and coming back. And if we get that story from someone who didn't actually do that, and then we tell people he's the one that did it, but somebody more important did it, maybe the governor wouldn't want that to be a thing. If we just kind of went around saying that some random person did the thing that a really important person did, he might not like that. So maybe he'd want to give us the real story so that we don't spread around a bad story.
Persuasion at disadvantage.
Oh no! The disadvantage is a 3.
Yeah, he kind of just looks you up and down. You two have a nice day. Don't start any trouble. And he
What if I
walks off.
stole this? Would that get me in trouble? And see him? I would pull out a music box.
Depends if the person who owned it caught you as he's walking or as he's still walking.
I mean, obviously not. I have it. See? I have it. It's really pretty. It does music. I'm like,
Then
oh,
you keep what you earn. And he keeps walking.
I mean, I found it in a trash can, but I think that counts.
Hector kind of pats you. He's like, I think that's like, remember rule number 1?
I thought
They
one
don't
of them
care
was-
if you steal unless you get caught.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I should try stealing. I don't do that very often. I really only take food. And people have gold and stuff. But when you have gold, you have to give it to people. And I don't like, people are usually really mean. Having gold is more trouble than it's worth because you gotta talk to people.
Hector just starts walking back to the, as you're just talking, he's just walking back to the bar.
Nothing, no. So we really only get to see the governor if we do something bad.
Or we catch his attention for the right reason.
Like what?
I don't know. If I knew that, I would have said, let's do this.
You think he likes animals?
I think he likes money.
He already has a lot of that, though. I don't think money's really gonna be something he wants. Maybe something weird. Something different. I might have an idea.
I don't know. What's your idea?
I don't know. What's yours?
Mine is, let's try to figure out who on this island's been to the underworld before, and then we know what we're looking for, or who we're looking for.
I think the governor knows.
I mean, he probably does, but seems like he's a tough man to get to unless he really cares.
Well, I guess let's talk to the bar people for research. We can go to other bars, too. There's lots of bars. I know you wanted to go to this bar, but there's lots of bars we can go to.
Yeah. No, I got a feeling about this one.
Because it's the only one you've been to here?
No, just, I'm curious about something.
Okay. I can help. I'm really good sometimes about knowing things or finding things, so if you need help, I can do that.
Were you alive 600 years ago?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What season is it?
I think we're coming up. Literally, he's walking up to the door. I think we're coming up on spring.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm 17.
All right, guys. Taruk and Nat headed to the bar, I believe, first. So you guys are as you guys walk in. I assume that this is back to Froth and Foam, or at least that's where we're starting.
Yes.
And you do see the familiar face of Kroon, the Furbolg bartender, the white furred Furbolg with the Road Warrior Hawk mohawk. And
My buddy.
I'm gonna slide off of Hector and kind of hobble up. Really
you're not there yet.
Oh, sorry.
You're not there yet.
At the same time.
No, just Nat and Taruk. And you two see him as he's got a entire serving tray full of ales, and is kind of humming to himself with a cigar in his mouth. This portly Furbolg that's almost, as I recall, close to about 7 feet tall. And you see his take a seat. I'll be right with you. He goes and you see as he's hobbling, still with that wooden leg with perforated holes throughout the leg. And he starts serving ales as you two go and sit up at the bar.
All right. Taruk, whatever, if there's anything you want to talk to Kroon about first, go ahead, because I know you gotta go.
I just gotta ask a question,
That's fine.
and I just want to drink some ale and get drunk. Taruk's had a good day, so
Yes.
you know.
Absolutely.
All right, so Tim, I know that you're kind of takes a few minutes. He serves his ales, and you see as Kroon hobbles his way back over to behind the bar. And is, how can I help you two? A puff of cigar smoke comes out. Oh, sorry about that.
You're all right, my friend. 2 ales, please. I'd like an extra large ale, my friend, if you have it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Just one moment. And you just hear as he's humming out loud to himself as he starts pouring the drinks. I drink to the bottom and drown to get drunk.
You know, I gotta say, when I get older, I want to be just like him. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you've got both of your appendages down at the bottom, though. I paid a heavy price for my life. Here you go. And you see Nat, as you get a normal size pint. Taruk, yours is like a triple, like a tankard. It's large even by your standards. It's like a yeah.
Well, Taruk's gonna take a sip. It's good. So
You see as Kroon kind of sits down behind the bar, and he kind of I hope you don't mind. I'm taking a rest. He kind of gets up on a stool.
No, you go right ahead.
it's fine. You can sit back and let me tell you a tale. The tale of Taruk. And he met today I met Zeus. And
Sweetheart, cut him off. I think he's had a little bit too much before he walked in.
Somewhere in the distance, Torin just sighs for no reason. The hell?
When I tell you that I met the god of gods today.
Who did you?
Zeus. Yes, he was amazing. Came down, lightning and thunder. Just it was incredible and fierce and terrifying and invigorating all in one. And man, I just, I really, really like that dude. And I've been feeling down and out and all types of confused recently. I mean, from having to come here on boats and just saltiness all around, just and a certain someone just messing with me, and just today the god of gods blessed me. I feel amazing, my friend. And I think I know what I want to do to honor him. So I'm going to chug this ale, and I'm going to do that. Thank you. Thank you for this, Crone. And you're the man.
No problem.
Just chug the whole thing.
Kroon kind of like leans close to you, Nat. Not uncomfortable, just kind of leans close and goes, did he have some bad meat?
No.
Watch him. He seems a little,
I understand, and don't worry, I have a pretty good control on him. Taruk, honey, maybe when you're done with that, why don't you eat a pie?
Well, and as it says that, I put it down. I'm already finished, Natty. Now, Crow, one more thing before my friend Nat here talks to you and gets your wisdom. Is there somewhere where I can get a marking of some kind? A tattoo, if you would?
a tattoo.
I don't think that's a good idea, Taruk, but...
Oh, Nat, any
Some
idea
tattoo.
that's a good idea.
Oh no.
Well, I think if you were looking for someone to perform a tattoo, certainly you could find that on the island. I would check Bilge Way. A little bit more of a, let's be honest, the underbelly of the underbelly, but you certainly could find someone to perform a tattoo of pretty much anything that you would want. Pirates and tattoos, it kind of goes hand in hand, mate.
Yeah, definitely hand in hand. Can I get another one of those? And I'm gonna drink that, and I'm going to go to the bed after. I've had a good day.
And it takes a good look at you. After hearing that story, he goes, "All right, but only one more, friend." Feels like
that's-
think you've had enough for one day. And you see as he does pour a drink, but it's the size of Nat's this time, and it's it's a normal pint. You take it easy, mate.
You have a good one. Taruk chugs it, puts it down. He pats Natty on the shoulder. Taruk leaves to go back to the hotel.
Okay.
Be careful,
I will, Natty. I love you. I'll see you later.
big guy.
Taruk goes right to the hotel. I promise. Taruk's going right to the hotel, guys.
I believe you.
Okay.
I believe you.
So Taruk leaves and goes to the hotel. That leaves you, Nat, alone with Kroon, who just seems to be sitting on the bar stool just trying to rest his leg for a minute.
Right.
You see- Yeah, man.
All right,
Take it easy.
go ahead, Taruk. We'll see you, babe.
You see his Kroon is kind of crushing the cigar that he's been dragging on for this whole time a little bit. And he goes, "Seems like the good type. Little, but
Rambunctious, he is, but his heart's in the right place, as
sure.
it always will be.
Yeah.
Kroon, would you mind if maybe I asked you a couple of things, sir?
Certainly.
You've been here for a long time.
Oh, yes. Long time. Well, after my sailing days were done, he kind of looks down at his leg.
Of course.
Yeah, there came a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. That's when I took up the family business.
Of course. There's no better way to settle down. So being in this business, I'm sure you've heard a lot of stories.
He kind of, that smoker's laugh where he kind of coughs through it. Yeah, yeah, I would, sweetheart, this is a pirate's haven full of liars and thieves. I've heard many stories. I don't believe nearly all of them that I hear, but I've heard some stories.
Just real quick, I'm the only one now sitting at the bar. Is that correct, or?
There's a little bit of a rambunctious crew, the one that he served ales to, sitting a couple tables away, but nobody else really sitting at the bar with you.
Okay. Well, there's a story in particular I would like to ask if you know about it.
Well, go ahead and shoot.
There was a story about someone. I look around and I lean forward, trying to gain passage into the underworld without actually having the art of death, so to speak.
Yeah, suppose there are a few tales of heroes who have done that. Yeah, I've only heard of the one. Supposedly, they say that one was the man who founded Sandbar. Supposedly, he snuck onto Charon's vessel. Basically, feigned death, so to speak.
Wow.
And through some unknown means, snuck his way onto Charon's vessel and into the underworld. Now, the legend tells that he was seeking his beloved. Who knows if that's truth or if this is a lie. But the story goes that sneaking into the underworld angered the god of the dead. So this man pleaded with the god of the sea, Poseidon, to help him find his way back with his beloved. Long story short, he made it to this island, but was prideful in his accomplishments and refused to give credit to the god of the sea, to which he was cursed. That if he would ever leave dry land again, that his soul would be forfeit. And that Poseidon would hand over his soul personally to his brother Hades. Wow. So supposedly that man stayed here and founded the city on the water, Sandbar. Supposedly he died several decades later of old age. But in revenge, supposedly Poseidon took his beloved in vengeance, and she died on the waves. If you believe it. I think it's a load of balderdash, but stories come from somewhere, yes. There has to be some truth to it. Or maybe it's just some cautionary tale the clerics repeat so to frighten people into worship. Who knows? Me personally, I don't know if I believe in undeath like that.
I personally don't know what I believe in anymore, but what was the name of the gentleman who found this island?
I don't know. I've only heard the story. But that's the short version. He goes to the underworld, sneaking onto Charon's vessel, supposedly to drag his wife back. He succeeds, angers Poseidon. Poseidon claims his wife in revenge and says if he ever steps off of dry land again, his life's forfeit. And blah, blah,
Right.
Blah.
Wow. That's
Usually people just use curses and stories like that to frighten them into. And right in the middle of that, Hector and Kit walk in.
Slide off a Hector and hobble up to the bar really fast. Hi!
Hi. He's almost like in the aftermath of just frighten them into worshiping the gods or... Sorry, lost my train of thought.
it's okay. She's with me.
So that leaves there's Kit, Nat, Taruk left. Nat and Kit, roll me perception checks.
Okie dokie. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Go.
Kit,
That's a 17.
17. Kit, you notice that there's a table of about 5 sailors and or pirates. You can't really tell. You don't know. You haven't seen many before. But rough-looking customers sitting at a table drinking ale that are getting a little rowdy, getting a little rambunctious. There's a little bit of cursing and jawing back and forth. Just, yeah. Nat.
Yes.
You notice a flash of green light as Hector grabs his amulet and stuffs it under his shirt.
Ooh.
Mr. Kroon, they seem mad.
Yeah, they're good lads. Be fine. He just kind of winks at you.
I don't. Why'd you wink at me? I'm gonna wink at him.
No, I did it as in I'm not worried, little one.
What if they went to the governor's? Would that be a thing that would happen? How would you do that and not be in trouble?
I wanted to speak to the governor. I don't know. I'd have to have business with him, I guess.
What kind of business does he care about?
Nothing that I would touch.
Uh-oh.
So it's probably bad, huh?
I mean, I don't know if you've all caught on yet, but pretty much anything goes if you know the right people around here.
I don't know any people, except for them.
Seeing as how he basically governs Sandbar, nobody really going to challenge him regardless of what business he gets himself involved in. And I'm not one fool enough to ask questions of such things. I like my bar. I like my business. I like ale. I keep life simple.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's really funny.
Well,
I'm hungry.
we do serve food here. What would you like?
Oh, that's okay. I'll figure something out.
Around this time, Torin and Corrales, you've made your way back to the bar.
Kit's thinking really hard. She's kind of like...
As you two walk in, there's a table of a couple of rough-looking customers that there's a little bit of jostling back and forth. You see they're playing cards. There's a little bit of it seems good-natured, but a little bit of alcohol has been involved too. So a few rough customers there.
What card game are they playing?
Quint.
I'll tell you.
Are they playing anything particular, or is it just like?
In my world, it's called King's Run.
Do I you know that?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. What would that?
Torn's gonna sit next to Matt at the bar and ask. For
Give me a history.
I thought I had a thing that related to gambling, but I might not. I'll roll
Give me a
this.
history check. Kroon starts pouring you a pint.
So 22.
22. King's Run, yeah. Basically, it kind of works. Kind of similar to blackjack, but in terms of D&D, I may have stole this from a very popular other DM. What you do is you get 3 rolls. First roll's a D8. Second roll's a D6. Third roll is a D4. And basically, what you do is you're betting that you're betting for high, who has the higher hand. And what you can do is you make your roll, so you make your D8 your first roll, and then you bet on the hand. And then D6, then you stay or bet, and then D4, stay or bet. Depending on how well you roll, you can up the ante, you can try to bluff.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, God, fun. And the sailors are just a little red. They're not like angry, they're just rowdy.
Yeah, they're just rowdy.
What's the pot? Is it actual money or are they playing?
Yeah, there's some gold pieces in there.
I kind of pay a little closer attention. Just kind of like get a little closer and watch.
You see it. Very typical table talk. It's like, I swear. He kind of throws there's a half orc, throws his hand. I swear, cards are turning on me, and it better not be by design either. I don't know what you're talking about. And you see, as there's a half elf in studded leathers. And he goes, "Listen, you're just bad luck, mate. I don't know what you want from me."
I would kind of laugh. I'm gonna laugh at the guy, just kind of like, it's funny.
Listen, that's 10 hands in a row. One more, and there's gonna be problems in here, I think. Deal the cards.
You know, statistically, that's not very likely.
See? And he kind of like immediately agrees with you, and then looks to see who said it, and he's like, "What?"
Interrupt. I'm sorry.
Torn
It's
listening to this very intentively, like he's very entertained.
Were the little ones right? Mathematic.
Well, what did
Mathem-
he have? I'm gonna sit next to him and kind of like look at his next hand.
The half orc.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes,
What did
what
you
she
have?
said. But the
It's numbers.
odds are that you're not going to win 11 in a row. Deal the cards. You see here, they both roll.
We'll kind of watch.
I don't have anything. Is
Cool.
your money in there? I don't.
Couple more gold coins hit the table. All right, second card.
I'm gonna put a soap in the middle of the table.
A few more gold coins go to the middle. I'm telling you, Trevor, if you win this hand,
Can I look at the orcs? What does the orc have? What does the half orc get? Like, are they-
well, we'll just say the first card was the lowest you could get.
Okay.
His second card was pretty good.
Okay.
Now
I
the
wanna-
third card's getting flopped down.
Can I insight the guy he's pissed at?
Yeah, go ahead, roll the insight.
15 plus 4, 19.
The half orc just looks like he's getting crappy cards.
Okay.
He's just not playing well. It's not going his way. All right, lay him down, Trevor. They lay him down. Trevor has won his 11th hand in a row. That does it. He throws, basically one hands the table, and that flies off to the side. And you see as the half orc stands up, and you see you guys look, and Kroon isn't behind the bar anymore.
Ooh. This is about to get good.
He's over by the table now. Easy, gentlemen. Hey, there's just no need for that. My friend, I think you're just unlucky. I hate to break it to you, but I think cards just aren't your thing. You see the half-orc kind of pushes off at Kroon. Piss off!
No, I think he's right. Yeah, see, when the decimals invert in the cards sometimes, well, the different integers, they add together, and then when you add those up, you just get bad shit.
Torin's gonna lean over and whisper in that. Well, he shouldn't have done that.
I'm gonna try lying to the orc to tell him, like, yeah, no, your cards are just bad, dude.
And what you guys also notice that in an instance, one of the guys who were sitting at the card table, his chair has been pulled out from under him, and he hits the floor. And you notice as Kroon's bad leg, now his stub, is on the chair. The perforated wooden leg is in his hand.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
And now, and he just kind of like pokes it at the half-orc's chest. I think that's enough. And it just kind of... All right. That's better. Have a drink, son. You're wound up entirely too tight. You see as he moves his leg and screws the wooden peg leg with the perforated holes in it.
Will he let me, like, crawl up to his shoulder?
Kroon?
Yeah. Like, as
Sure.
he away.
Sure.
I want to go with him. Just with me.
Okay. He's a very large man. He's 7 foot tall, but a portly 7 foot tall too. So he's a behemoth of a furbolg.
I'm gonna use a primal savagery to, like, make my hands raccoon hands to help me climb him,
Okay.
and then, like,
You
get
do
up
that.
top.
You see is now the half orc actually goes and rearranges the table and everything, and then they kind of calm down and go back to their cards.
That was really nice of you.
He's a good lad. He's just got a little alcohol in him.
Yeah, if you want to avoid places where people fight, it doesn't seem like having a bar would be a really good, smart place to do that. Or are you just nice?
Sailors will be sailors. And if they got out of hand, I could have handled it. So it's no worries.
It really is.
And he kind of, and now you're starting to wonder, maybe playing it up a little bit as he, and he kind of rests.
I was thinking that. I was like,
Well,
This man's selling.
sorry. Well, you can run into that. Yeah, you get a little bored, a little alcohol in you. You can get a little surly. Doesn't mean he's a bad egg.
explode when they're bad.
Torin kind of sighs hard. I guess I should probably apologize to Taruk then.
Why? Oh, because he beat up that guy.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna slide down and sit on the top of the bar.
Taruk's not a bad guy. He just does dumb things sometimes.
He seemed kind of sad the other night when he beat up the guy.
He's been through a lot.
Oh. Yeah. That'll make you beat up guys sometimes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, do most people that fight people they're not supposed to get let go when they go see the governor? I'm gonna ask Kroon.
Yeah, I was trying to put together the question. What basically were you asking?
Like, he let Taruk go, so does that happen a lot, or were we just lucky? Like, card guy.
Well, if I understand the circumstances, well, your friend kind of started something in public, and well, maybe he didn't start it, but he finished it. And well, without real provocation and, you know, witnesses and all that, you make a public spectacle of it. There are laws. Something like that. I can handle that. A little under the table. Doesn't really go outside my door. Especially, I have a bit of a reputation here. My family have been here for years. And, probably really since the founding of the city. So, I run a well-respected establishment here. If I, handle things like that just between us, I'm given a little leeway.
By who then?
But,
Or by...
well, I had no fear of being taken to the governor for violence. Especially behind, you know.
Your own doors.
He kind of nods at you and he says, and besides, newcomers, new faces, it's good to make examples of them early. Scare people into behaving.
I don't think Pie Guy gets scared very much. He doesn't get smart enough for it.
I have a question. If you steal from people and you get caught doing it, what? It's up to the person who caught you how to deal with it?
Yeah, pretty much.
What if they want to do violence? Then violence is okay?
Yeah, especially if they got witnesses.
Okay, so stealing is the same thing as starting a fight if you're caught.
Yeah. It's not that hard. Basically, if you take something, steal something, and you're not caught, oh well. You keep what you earn.
Yeah.
If you get caught, it's then now between you and the offended party as to how violent the altercation becomes.
Ooh, that's a bad idea.
You could simply return the stolen goods to the offended party, and that could be the end of it. It could turn physical, in which case, if it did, it would depend on if there was a blood feud, or if it's going to be handled somewhat illegally and just handled right then and there.
If you steal something from someone, and that's an important someone, and then people find out you stole from that important someone, would that look bad for the important someone?
Depends on what you stole. If I stole an important someone's hat, no one would care. Priceless artwork?
I was just say, you stole an important someone's coin purse.
Depends on how much was in the coin purse, but you get the idea.
I have a really bad idea. But it's an idea.
Uh-oh.
Well, this party's
hungry.
full of them. Another ale, please?
Another round is served to you guys. I've got a question, and Hector kind of speaks up. How long has your family been here? Well, many generations. Well, no harm in you knowing. Most of the locals know. Come from a family of pirates. And, basically, our lot in life is that in our younger years, we get our adventure, our sticky finger days, our adventuring, our pirating, our whatever we want to do when we're younger. And then when the time comes to, finally retire, we take over the business. Let the younger members of the family go out on the seas, our children. And the cycle continues. Why do you ask?
Yeah, why does he ask?
Hector kind of just sits there and he goes, Just curious. Just looked like your business has been here a while. Looks like you seem to be well connected to be able to skirt around the laws without interference from the governor or his followers. Kroon kind of cuts his eyes at him for a second. Well, I've earned that spot.
Because of your bar?
Yeah, the family's been here forever. It's kind of like, oh, what do the humans call the term? Old money? Same thing. Clout. I can pretty much do what I want within reason. And all I want to do is run this bar the way I see fit. Doesn't really conflict with the governor or anybody else around here, so I'm left to my own devices.
It's better than most.
And he kind of turns to you, Nat. He goes, "You were the one asking about stories. I don't know anything about stories as far as what you were asking about the underworld or anything, but I do have one interesting story that's more of a family story. I don't even know if it's true, but it's worth telling."
Of course.
Supposedly, the 5 heroes once came to this bar.
Dun, dun, dun.
He kind of just
Oh, really?
waiting for the dramatic effect of that to just hit everybody, almost like he's told this story thousands of times to entertain his patrons.
Do I know anything about the 5 heroes?
Yeah, roll a history check.
All right, cool.
Turin's gonna side-eye Hector. He's not gonna look right at him. He's gonna side-eye him and just gleam. Please. Go on. I'd love to hear it.
Oof. 13.
You've heard of it. You know that there's a legend of the 5 heroes of Thrandia that fought some ancient evil centuries ago.
Were any of them fuzzy?
Mhm.
Doesn't sound like any of them were
Not that
fuzzy.
you know of.
Well,
After his dramatic pause has taken full effect, Kroon kind of continues and he goes, "Yeah, supposedly my ancestor served the 5 heroes at this very bar.
Really?
They were, according to my family, they were seeking the shrine of Athena. And they came here because my great ancestor, and my family really, of course, we know a little bit about the seas, having traveled it, and they were coming here for information."
Ooh.
But yeah.
isn't that shrine where we need to go?
Did they,
It is.
Does the story say whether or not they found what they were looking for?
Oh no. Family story is that they came in asking questions about the shrine of Athena, and shortly they left. Just as soon. However, supposedly my ancestor did serve them food, drinks, hospitality, told them what he knew, and well, it's not bad for a retired pirate family.
What did he know?
What'd you say?
What did he know?
What did who know? That's what I'm asking.
The ancestor who told him what they know. What did they know? What did they tell him? Like where it is?
Oh, the shrine to Athena is on a island with no name.
Ooh.
It is further to the west. Supposedly can only be found if you know where it is, or you have a map with no names.
That sounds very interesting.
History check, or party history check. Except Kit, you wouldn't know. I'll roll for Hector and Belden.
6.
13.
Jesus.
Not rolling good when it counts tonight.
I didn't hear you, George.
23.
Good
You got
one.
you got the highest one with Hector. Hector looks at you. You used to have a map with no names on it.
Ah, you stupid sea hag!
Yeah.
You had a map that now you know led to a shrine to Athena. With a map with several, because you looked at it with a 23, you do remember, had several archipelagos and island chains on it with no names. It led to a shrine to Athena.
Maybe Hector will remember.
I was gonna say Torrin's got an idea, but he's not gonna say said idea in a bar full of people. The idea is maybe someone who's been there before is in the party.
Well, that requires his magic light bright to tell him that he's been there before. That's the problem.
Well, his little light
Hector
did go
kind
off.
of looks at you, Torrin, and he just kind of.
Oh, Torrin's not saying any of this out loud. He just
Sorry, that was a little metagame. Sorry.
Yeah.
he's giving Hector like a "don't worry, I'm not saying anything."
Yeah,
kinda
no,
look.
Hector's giving you like
the
knowing look, kind of like,
Oh fuck.
yeah, like
yeah.
Torrin's giving him the we're good, we're
But
good.
anyway,
No, that's a
the best that I know of.
That's a riveting story. It really is. Like the legendary 5.
Kroon rolled
You're
pretty
saying that
high.
in front of Hector, the legendary 5, who were so awesome, and I hear one of them was super dreamy.
Yeah. Kroon narrows his eyes at a couple of you because he rolled fairly dang high. What interest is the shrine to you?
I like to learn things.
His eyes kind of go past you to the others,
I
Kind
tried.
of.
Sorry.
kind of reading past the
Well, I tried. I'm gonna pull.
feint.
I'm gonna pull old pie out of my bag and start eating it.
Yeah.
Kroon, you know how you said that family was important to you?
Yes.
Family's important to me as well. And I think there may hold an answer.
At that. Oh, go ahead, Torrin.
Torrin's just gonna looking at me like it's her story to tell, not ours.
Hector's just shaking his head. He's not. He's claiming up.
Sorry, I was chewing. Without mincing too many words or going into too much detail, I just look at Kroon and smile. My sister was kidnapped by something not of this world, and I'm gonna find her.
Why you were asking about the underworld earlier?
Yes, sir.
shrine to Athena would be one place to seek the wisdom and the answers that might point you your way. What I know of the goddess is that she is usually helpful to mortals. May find some sympathy for your plight. And with that, the guys who were sitting at the table playing cards, one of them stands up and goes, "But the question is," pulling out a blade,
Oh no.
Here we go.
"maybe the island's lost for a reason." And you see as these 5 mercenary types all stand up, start brandishing
Oh
weapons.
hell.
One of
World
them,
darkness on the table.
one of them pulling out a blade that's kind of like like a saw blade and just jagged edges on the side. The half orc brandishes 2 dual wielding cutlasses. You see as another one starts loading a crossbow. And you also notice as the facial features for these humanoids
Oh hell.
change a little. They're fish-like, and you see as gills grow out of the neck out of one of them, and you see
Not what I was expecting.
the beard of the one with the crossbow kind of grows into like tentacles. And you see
Son of a
as
bitch, it's Davy Jones.
and you see what you see are, I'm not sure what kind of, I'm gonna say that's just gonna be, I'm just gonna make it perception for right now.
What the
There
fuck?
it is.
It's happening. What?
Why
13.
is happening?
17.
17,
19.
14.
19 and a 17. You two have both heard of tritons, which are fish-like people. It appears that this group takes exception to anybody asking about the shrine to Athena.
What?
And you see as the one who brandished the saw blade comes out, kind of speaks first and says, "There's a reason those islands have no names. They don't belong to you. They don't belong to anyone. And our people will die protecting that secret." And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
No. Tease.
What the fuck?
So next week, we're going to come back
Beautiful
with
tease.
Taruk in the hotel.
Oh,
Oh,
And the rest of you guys,
this is gonna be interesting.
Y'all make me stressy.
and the rest of you guys, we will start next week in the middle of
You
combat.
guys make me stressy, man.
well, I'll be damned.
I am very interested to see where this is gonna happen.
Huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. It was quite an interesting night, to say the least. All kinds of new paths to take. I'm excited. But as always, thank you for joining us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload. Also follow us on Twitch and Spotify. And go buy the merch at prowrestlingtees.com/LostBoyKirby. New curbside merch and new Dice Hard merch is on its way. So hopefully right in time for that, most wonderful time of year. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.